Hi, it's Jan Beta, and today I have something quite different again. It's one of the audio kind today. Got this in for repair from a coworker, and it is a Linn Intek, which is quite a pro brand. It's a good brand. It's a audiophile stuff, quite expensive and good. And this is pretty old and crusty, but the only thing that is wrong with this is that it is noisy if you change the volume. So I hope it's just the just dirt on the contacts here, or maybe some dry solder joints or something like that. And so I'm gonna open this up and clean it before I even turn it on, and have a look at the board and stuff and see if I can see anything. There's the serial number. It's a Scottish brand of nice audio equipment. Not very well known probably across the pond, but I don't know about that. Made in Scotland. Yeah. So I would guess this is from the 90s, but there's not much to find on this unit online. I like the controls on this one. It has pretty big push buttons that feel quite sturdy. And it has these clicking switches to select the input and the output sources, so they feel a bit crusty. Should clean those anyway. Okay, is there another screw or something? Is it hooked under there somehow? I suppose it's glued on, I think. Feels like it. Oh my goodness. Alright. It is in fact glued together. Some silicone-y stuff here. Wow. That's amazing. That's kind of amazing. I haven't seen that before. Look at that. It's all... Somebody hand glued this all to prevent it from vibrating, I think. And... wow. These are candles. Full of sand to weight it down, I think. Wow. Somebody, this is not from factory, I suppose. This is probably an afterthought. There's sand coming out there. I think somebody weighted it down to prevent it from vibrating. Wow. That's an interesting thing to do. Don't know if I should... I probably just leave it in if it doesn't have any. I will clean the whole. This area here is pretty dusty. There's a lot of dust, and of course it's sticking to the glue here everywhere. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, let's give this a good cleaning. And hope that helps. Okay, so somebody really, look at this. Somebody filled these little things here with sand and put them on there to weight it down, which is, oh my goodness, I don't really know if that's a good idea. And it's leaky, so I better remove that, I think. Yeah. Otherwise, it's a really nice thing. This is all Rubicon caps and Rubicon Blackgate, which are, I think it's even better caps from the Rubicon brand. The black ones here. Everything's very nicely laid out and very open, and you have a lot of beefy components like these diodes here. Look at that. They are these diodes here. They are massive, and you wouldn't even need those. Huge toroidal transformer, which is a nice thing. I think I'm just gonna try and remove this thing here because, yeah, I suppose it's not doing much good, especially when it's leaking sand over the board. So I'm just gonna get rid of that, I think. I'm just going to level it off here. And there's a lot of sand coming off it, of course. Oh my goodness. It's all full of sand, basically. That's not cool at all. Okay, there we are. Look at that. There's sand in there, which is, of course, yeah, one of the most stupid things I've ever seen done to a circuit board. To stop it from vibrating, I guess. It's not... Why? Why? The whole thing... I don't know. It's just plain... It's not right. So I think that's our whole problem here. It's just freaking dirty. And you feel it in the whole thing here. Okay, so I decided to remove the other one too. Can't leave this in there because it will break at some point and leak all the sand all over the place. So oh, this is not cool at all. It's not. People don't do this stuff. I'd rather do some rubber standoff or something to weight it down, but nothing that. Oh man, it's a mess. Basically, it's such a mess. I don't even know what to say. So, hope I get this off here in one piece. Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty nice construction, but why would you do that? Why sand? Why glue together tea lights like this? And they are. I don't know. Okay, so I think I have most of the sand out there. Gonna use some contact cleaner to clean the switches and yeah, the volume. I think the volume control was the real problem there. Time for some contact cleaner, and it's an open pot there, so it's not that hard to get in there. And you spray it basically, and then you turn it. To clean the contacts. I'm going to do the same with the switches here. Hope I don't make it worse. But I guess would be. Okay, I cleaned off what I could. Now, let's try and turn it on. Let's see if it explodes. no explosion, so that's good. Yeah, I think I'll have a listen on my headphones at first. Let's see what it does. Okay, I got this cleaned up and been listening to some Miles Davis on the phone's jack. And the input switches still make some creaky noises, but they work fine. The record out switch also does it. I cleaned all the switches with my tuner spray. Highly recommend this stuff. Teslanol Oszillin T6. I think it's only available in Europe, especially in Germany. It's a German product. Otherwise, if you're in the US or elsewhere, you can probably get Deoxit, which is also a very nice contact cleaner for spraying into potential meters and stuff without harming them. Yeah, I can't really play the music on YouTube because otherwise my video gets flagged. So I hooked up the scope, or I'm going to hook up the scope. I just put the banana plug adapter in here as of yet, and I'm gonna take a look at the speaker outputs in a minute. So I got some cables hooked up here to my scope, and I'm gonna remove one of the probes here. So that's our output. It's at 0, of course, because it's not even turned on. So that's Miles Davis. That's our output there. Let's see if we can get a sine wave on there. So that's our wave. Not too bad. 1 kilohertz. Sine wave there. And no flaky behavior whatsoever. Okay, so that's definitely working. Let's check the other channel maybe. And there's our Miles Davis signal there. That's Miles Davis there for you. And it gets louder if I turn the volume up and down. So yeah. Apart from the flaky input switches, this is a success. There's no noise in the switching stuff or in the volume pot or stuff. Okay, so I cleaned everything. I removed these stupid weights. I fastened the screw on the transformer a bit. I think all this mods stuff was to counter the vibration of the transformer. And actually, you can't feel any vibration now that I've fastened the screw, so that was probably the whole problem that somebody wanted to fix with this. Yeah, this works perfectly fine now. There is some sand in these switches still, but it's not much. You can barely feel it. It's a bit rough, but yeah, probably I would have to desolder all of this and clean it out very thoroughly. I will try to put some isopropanol in there and just wash it away. But it works perfectly fine. The sand is on the rails and not on the switching part, so there's nothing, technically nothing wrong with this. It's just, yeah, it just feels a bit weird, but it works perfectly. There's no crackle on the volume thingo, and yeah, everything's hunky-dory except for it was pretty bad. I think this is working. I'm sorry that I used these stupid self-made cables. yeah, I don't have anything better with banana plugs on this, which these connectors are. At the moment, I need to get some proper speaker cables at some point, I know, but for testing purposes, this is absolutely okay, I guess. So, yeah, this thing sounds really nice, so it's recommended if you ever come across one of these. It's very well made, as far as I can tell. Yeah, don't mod this in a way like this. Don't ever put sand in something like this in any way. Don't ever put conductive stuff in anything like this and just glue it in place. Don't ever glue everything on the sides of the case. It doesn't make sense at all. So yeah, I fastened the screw. The transformer is absolutely silent now. There's nothing else that really vibrates or stuff, or I don't know what this all was about. I just removed what I could, so this is no longer endangered species. Yeah, I consider this fixed now, and yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. There's gonna be more audio stuff coming up in a bit. I have a turntable to repair, I have a synthesizer to repair. That's all coming up sometime. There's also gonna be retro computer stuff, so if you are into electronics repairs of audio and computers and sometimes other stuff even, feel free to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and check out my Patreon. You can support me there, which is highly appreciated because all this stuff costs a lot of money. I'm earning a bit for this repair, but yeah, I'm not a professional, obviously, so yeah, it's not much. So thanks for watching. I'm Jan Beta. See you next time. Bye.